happen. Everyone got it? It's in the chat.
Yep, I've hit record.
Perf.
So are we going from scene 2 or?
No, we're gonna do scene 1. So
yeah, okay.
Mick is gonna do his excellent accent, and we're just gonna muddle on through.
Yeah, I'm gonna be Preston for his dying words. So
that's right, y'all.
Yeah, it's so bad. Like Alexandria done such an amazing job, and then you've got me with my little pew pew guns.
Yeah.
So bad.
All right. Okay. When you're ready, Alistair. Thank you.
Episode 7, Cooperation. Scene 1, Internal, Evening, the Bothy.
Preston, gun down. This isn't what she'd want.
Well, apparently I don't know what she'd want.
It's a tense moment as Preston aims the gun.
Oh, it's me again. Okay. Good night, Lachlan. Say hi to Esther if you go that way. But somehow, I doubt it.
Bang! The gun goes off. There's a clatter of the tin box to the floor. There's a finality to a gunshot. You check yourself instinctually, pouring hands frantically over the linen, feeling for a sickening, sticky, damp spot. It replays in slow motion now. Even here with Preston screaming, clutching the gun, he looks uncertain. Nothing but a boy standing in his father's jacket. It's too wide at the shoulders for him. Grief hangs to it, filling the pockets with stones. And behind him, Mary, the red memory tin held high like some kind of venging Buddha-seer. She's forgotten about the light. One small kitchen window. One mistake. He squeezes, tears the trigger. It's all the same. Anger distilled, rammed, and stuffed into a barrel. It's spiraling behind a charge. It hardens, feeling the expanded gases release. He might have missed. You feel your hand, Lachlan, materialize already in action, lunging, pushing the bullet back into his gut. Not this time. Not here.
Always one more, huh?
Oh God, Preston, I'm sorry. I couldn't.
Always one more trick.
We hear Preston cough and splutter as Lockie tries to put pressure on the wound in his gut. It is much too late for that.
Okay. Shit, pressure. We need pressure.
Here, let me.
Forgive me, Preston. Please forgive me.
They both know it's too late. The sounds fade out as we hear them trying to save him. The music rises. Preston lay there, the dropped tin spilling its precious cargo around him. No promised money, just Esther. Snapshots of an ordinary girl. Some things are thicker than blood. This is one of them.
Oh God, what am I gonna do?
Oh, don't start crying again, pet, please.
I killed him. He's a boy.
What are we going to do?
I can't.
You can, because I'm not splitting again, Lockie. Do you understand? It was an accident.
No one knows that.
I know, and you're one of us now. No turning back, no quitting.
No change.
Without sacrifice.
I'll get a bucket. My mess, I'll clean it up.
Death does not move lightly, Lockie. No matter the reason, she rips each of us from the fabric, tearing and pulling at threads and fraying at those beside her. But I won't let you come undone, Lockie. I won't let you come undone. You hear me? Do you hear me, Lockie? We hear the sounds of scrubbing as they begin working the blood out of the stone floors. Mary begins cleaning around the lifeless body of Preston. Companionable, our first murder silent.
Oh, she's just like I imagined her. But the hair.
Aye. Love that photo. Little rebel she was.
This blood will come out. I'll wash it and it wipes right off the photos. No cash, eh?
Bloody horse riding lessons for Amy. Her mother's Pilates shit. The softest leather shoes a man can buy. I mean, stupid. I kept a little in the tin as emergency escape money. All that, but old habits die hard, you know.
Aye.
Always riding the line of waiting for things to come crashing down around you. Then it did. Spent the tin money getting here. Does that make it worse?
We do what we have to.
There's a quiet moment of scrubbing.
What do you think happens to us? You know, after.
Oh, well, the story goes that we're born with Solothak and we go to Dubrak when we die. Into the sea or something. Like one long summer swim.
The endless beach day.
Aye. I think I'd make an all right mermaid, don't you think?
Oh, Nessie more like. Pass me the bleach.
Ah, we and boil your head.
Is that what you believe? Seashell bras and cowrie necklaces for eternity.
Oh, I don't know. I like to think the ones we love will be waiting for us. I'm not sure where that happens. I'm not sure where that happens matters. If I saw mine on the back seat of the bus, that'd be enough.
Who's waiting for you?
Mum, Dad, husband, the usual.
Husband? You don't talk about him much.
Just as it seems like we're going to get some exposition about Wee Mary. Crunch, crunch.
No, are you expecting someone?
Oh, shit.
The curtains.
Wee Mary dives to close the curtains and Lockie skids towards the front door. Niathi is walking up the path to the bothy.
Niathi,
Oh,
you're early.
Got something else you'd rather be doing, pretty boy?
No, but I'm not ready.
Well, I'll come in and make myself a coffee while you get all spruced up.
no.
No, I mean, nah, it's fine. I'll just grab my boots from behind the door and go.
No.
1 second.
Closes the door and has a hushed argument with Wee Mary.
You can't be serious.
What do you want to bring her inside?
No.
So, what do you want to tell her?
No.
Well then,
What about him?
well, hopefully there'll be no change.
Oh, fine. I'll drag the boy into the bedroom.
Are you coming? Or are you doing feng shui in there?
Just a minute. Lost
A sock?
a sock. A sock?
They begin dragging the body of Preslin into the bedroom. It's awkward.
Right. Oh, piss off.
He kisses her on the forehead.
Back as soon as I can. This is my mess. I'll clean it up. I missed you.
Aye, I can tell.
Lockie scoots out the door awkwardly.
Sorry, I just needed my flashlight,
Which you don't have.
which I don't have.
He wheels back, opens the door, and it's slapped in his palm.
There you go.
Thanks. Just left it inside the door. Sorry, I've been a bit out of it. Like is the sun, is the sun in Aquarius or something? Sheesh, I'd leave my head if it wasn't screwed on.
We can talk about your head later.
She walks past him and further ahead.
Nice to know I'm having an effect on you.
Yeah, it's definitely not the dead body in my house.
That's it.
So how was that? I'm
Wacky
sorry
hijinks.
for what I've inflicted on you.
It's
No,
like,
you
do you
look like you
know
have
when
thoughts.
what's that? You're they're just like running around with a dead body trying to find us. Yeah, no, it's great.
It's great. The Faulty Towers moment.
Yes. Whoops, there goes my
Hooray.
corpse. I love it.
Any feedback other than there's something wrong with me?
All good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
can I vote that we change the category of this podcast to French farce instead?
I'd probably be better at writing that.
Wait, you want me to start doing a French accent now? Jesus.
Really.
Next week on Whoops, we've done a murder.
I look forward to the spin-off.
I have one thing.
Yeah, please.
A flashlight? Would we not say a torch?
Probably, yes.
And I added in a there you go
That's
undercurrent
cool.
as well.
It was good.
Mhm.
I have one question. It's a tonal one. For like the big pep talk, do you want that as, how can I put this? You got this, buddy. I got you covered. Or don't you fuck me on this? Because it kind of feels like it could be either one.
Which bit specifically?
You can hear me, right? I'm not going to let you come apart.
It's more of the you've got this because you're still like
I'm still a happy internal skull cheerleader.
yes.
Cool.
You need Lockie to do his things so that you can do what you got to do. Okay. The tone of the scene shifts quite a lot. How did we find it?
Well, it doesn't shift as much as the Amelia project, so it's fine.
Oh, good.
I'm always there for farce, which is ever so
Yeah.
slightly covered in dead person. It worked really well for me.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, no, and I think you have to have that contrast as well. Like I think you finish your last episode on a very intense moment. You start this episode on an extremely intense moment. Like intensity loses its intensity the longer you try and maintain it. And like I think people get a bit hysterical and get a bit weird about traumatic events happening. So no, I love it. I think it's perfect.
Okie dokie.
It's a well-placed break from the tension.
Cool beans. Date scene in a crypt. Alistair.
Right. Scene 2, internal, nighttime, the crypt. Lockie and Niathi are creeping around the chantry. We hear their shoes echo in the dark as they clack against the stones. It is hella creepy. They creak open an old door and begin down the steps into the dark.
Ugh, I hate the damp.
You live in the Highlands. Past time you should be used to it.
The difference between spring showers and Dead Man's Hotel.
I like that. Sounds like they're just vacationing here till they can rise again.
Niathi hits him on the back of the head.
Oi! All right. Skelly time. Where do you want to start?
Left side.
Ready?
Ready.
Last time to back out and tell me this is proper crazy. Or something else. I've got to improvise.
Sorry.
here.
I had proper crazy, and Mick said, "I don't think Alan would say that," and I was like, "I don't know what Alan would say." So that's
Stand
why
back.
it says that.
Batshit crazy.
Which
You're mental.
Pure dead mental pal.
Sure,
That's
we
fine.
will put a pin on it and come back to it. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do crazy stuff for the people we love. Andromeda, you brainless idiots.
Right. Of course. Should we knock?
You want him to knock back?
No.
He immediately turns to pushing the tombstone top across.
Evander. Hello, pal. Got any secrets for us?
She gently moves the bones aside, finding nothing.
No key.
Sorry for waking you. Back to sleep then, pal.
He pushes the stone back with effort.
You're not going to help then.
Oh, I'm not allowed to grave rob, remember? I'm only supervising the desecrating.
Oh, great. I'm going to hell. Alone.
Oh, wow. We used to come down here when we were teenagers. Should have been terrified, but oh, the bravado of youth.
Well, he moves to another grave and begins opening it.
Oh, aye. Doing weird rituals and sacrifice and shite, huh? Lord Dubrach, I offer thee a half can of Holyrood lager for my sins.
Hey, these traditions are important. You should know that by now. Just bones.
The grave closes.
Aye, just trying to lighten the mood here. You really believe it, eh?
What's the alternative? This. Dry bones in the dark, trapped in a space so narrow you couldn't itch your ankle. No thanks.
I mean, lots of people believe in an after something. Could have been any comfort under the sun.
More tombs.
Sure, there are people all over raising their hands or curling up in bed at night, whispering into the pillow, speaking into the infinite telephone. Must be lonely for them, you know?
Lonely how?
Not being heard. There you are on your deathbed, hoping you did enough and not knowing if anyone has been on the other end of the line your whole life.
Niathi peers over into the casket.
Fergus says, bones only, thanks.
More tomb.
Bugger. Bugger. But not you.
Being lonely, small island, small community, but I've never had to doubt that he's out there listening. That when I go and I reach out my hand into the dark, one will be reaching back for me.
I have seen more faith here than I've seen in years of dealing with the spirits. But you always find these things when you stop looking. This one just remains too.
More tomb.
Yep. Good night, Duncan. Who would have known that faking ghosts for money wouldn't provide fulfillment?
Careful, or I'll fake a ghost in here. This must be Callan. Lost his left in a duel. I'd be more worried if there weren't any bones. Maybe we misinterpreted. How many do we have left?
4? But I think we should leave Andromeda's parents where they are. Seems wrong. So just 2 left.
If they'd known the answer, I don't think we'd be here. Sad for her, doing it alone.
She's got me.
All anyone could ever need. She's lucky, but I think she might need to learn to share you.
Oh, you, me, and a corpse. How romantic.
Well, I didn't realize I had competition. Just Laith. Sorry, your corpse is nothing special. You're an awful dance partner too.
But a good listener. Close him up.
Alrighty, last one. No name?
Yeah, this one's supposed to be the first follower's grave. Bet you there's something weird inside.
Seems like a waste of real estate to give a coffin to someone who can't die.
Maybe we shouldn't.
We've cracked open all the others. This must be the one, mustn't it?
It seems sacrilegious. The first follower was more than just a regular bloke.
Niathi, we've come this far. You can't jump ship now. For Andromeda.
For Andromeda. If something comes out and bites me, just put me down, alright?
Nothing's going to jump out at you.
I'm not turning into a monster.
You'd be a rubbish Dracula anyway. Now push.
They push aside the stone together. A rat flings itself out of the coffin.
Niathi, it's just a rat. Look, he's gone. He's gone.
The tomb is empty.
Well, that's both expected and kind of disappointing.
No, there should be something in here. We failed Andromeda. We went against her wishes and we didn't even find anything.
Hey, slow down. We'll find it.
You promise?
Promise. Boy, that rat was huge. You think he opened his jaw and swallowed that first follower guy whole? You know?
That's disgusting.
See, wasn't all bad. You would never have seen my excellent swallowing a person whole mime without it.
Guess not. Guess we'll have to spend a bit more time together figuring it out.
Guess we will.
But next time, I'm choosing the location.
Okay, how was that? There was definitely some bits that were not correct after the edits. thoughts and feels?
I think I just need to look at it again on my own. This scene to work out when I'm talking about coffins and when I'm not.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
Did this one go through quite a lot of edits? It feels
Yes.
different. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The scene was like really long. How many pages was it? Like 8?
I think it was 9 or 10 to start with.
Yeah. So it's been heavily chopped.
Okay.
What's the feel, having seen it previous?
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like I was stumbling a bit, like I didn't have as much flow, but it might just be because it's different from what I remember from reading it several times already. So
Yeah, that's fair.
it's hard to say. Might just be. There's a bit where there was something about someone's hand, or
Yeah, that was supposed to be yours,
Right.
but it was put under Lockie's name, so that's my mess up. Okay, we'll have another look at it, and maybe find a happy halfway house.
it might just be that the edits kind of left some things floating that
Yeah, that's okay. Cool. Any other comments, questions, queries?
I think I keep saying the name wrong. Is it? Do we pronounce it Nyathi or Niathi?
I mean, we always pronounce it Niathi.
Niathi. No, it's fine. Yeah.
Cool.
I just noticed that I keep saying something different. So if I do say Nyathi because it's kind of in my head from reading through the scripts, then please just remind me.
That's okay. All good. In which case,
As someone who has a weird name, I do get that, and even when people get correct the wrong pronunciation, certainly actually if it's consistent between characters, it doesn't necessarily matter. I did sort of think that when reading Niathi's name, I was thinking how would Georgie pronounce this? He would probably was it Niathi because he probably wrote it written down and assumed it was pronounced a certain way, and everyone has corrected him. It's just locked in a certain way, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. I get a lot of shoguns.
Okay, Sugar's going through it today, so that's cool. Sweet. Shall we move on to scene 3?
Scene 3, internal, night, the bothy. Lockie bursts back into a waiting Mary.
I know where to put the body.
You brack alive! Are you trying to give me a heart attack?
No, sorry about that. I just figured it out. Wait, did you say heart attack?
Oh, Mary's got into the whiskey.
Oh, William Boylehead, you left me with a dead guy and some blood. I just got a little anxious waiting for you to come back from your nighttime date.
It wasn't.
Mary is absolutely trolleyed, and she is so tiny.
And then I was like, I'll just clean a little more, just in case.
And you looked under the sink?
Yes! I was looking for the spray and I found this.
I don't think I've ever seen you drink, Mary.
I don't, because I do things that get me into trouble.
I bet. Well, I think that's probably your last one, huh?
Last 6.
You had 6? How are you not dead?
If that's what you wanted, you should have kept shooting.
Pinches the bridge of his nose.
No, Mary, please. Look. Well, one of you will have to go in the wheelbarrow.
Are we going on a nighttime date?
No, God, no. You're going home and into your bed. Then I'm going to borrow your wheelbarrow and put him to bed. I mean, rest.
Lockie goes to run the tap. This woman needs water ASAP.
In my garden? Oh, that's messed up. Bury him in your own garden. You'll make my tomatoes grow all weird, and then I'll eat the tomatoes and I'll be possessed. And what if Toast takes them up to do a job, eh?
Mary, you are my greatest friend and I love you so dearly, but I need you to shut up. Drink this.
Oh, not in my garden.
She begins drinking the water.
No, there's a space in the crypt, a pre-built wee home for him. He'll be able to rest and be with Esther in heaven.
Oh, that's nice. How did you know?
Well, he wasn't really a bad...
Were you having having sex in the crypt? Oh, Niathi is weird and I do not trust her.
No, Debrach's powers. Mary, you're going to leave your shoes. You're gonna leave. Mary, is that an order? Sorry, Mary, you're gonna leave your shoes here.
Yeah, so it's like, no, Debrach's powers, and then you're like, Mary, you're gonna leave your shoes here because you've realized that it's at the point where it's like, I'm just gonna have to deal with you.
Okay, yeah, okay, thanks. No, Debrach's powers. Mary, you're gonna leave your shoes here. I'm gonna carry you, okay?
I'm not a princess and I don't appreciate your treating me like I'm helpless.
No, Mary.
The hospitality here is bad and I'm leaving.
We hear a clutter and crash as Mary stands up and goes sideways.
Okay, up we go.
No, I won't.
Oh, you will. Bedtime, Grandma.
He picks Mary up and kicks the door open.
Oh, careful, you'll crack my back on the lintel. I've got a big old spine that needs taking care of, or you'll be fun speeding me bundle a day.
What did you say?
Food speeding. It means speeding fooding.
No, you said spine.
So?
I'm an idiot.
I could have told you that.
No, it's not a backbone, Mary. It's a spine.
Potato, tomato.
When I had the vision, Esther picked up a book. A book has a spine.
You've been having visions? What in the
It was in Andromeda's sitting room, and she picked it up and showed it to me.
Is she not dead? Oh, that's awkward.
We have to make a detour.
I need a detour.
What?
You're shaking me now and the whiskey wishes to take his revenge.
Ah, oh, God.
We hear a thump as Mary hits the ground.
Hooray!
That was
Well
brilliant.
Well done.
Well done, both.
So, very well acted.
That's just water, I promise you.
Okay, the foon speeding and spin fooning is not easy to say. Other than that, was it all right?
That's fun, yeah.
Okay. All right, shall we rock on to scene 4 then?
Scene 4. External. Night. Andromeda's house. Loki is outside Andromeda's house with a slightly less chipper Mary on his shoulder. We hear him knock. The door opens slowly.
I beg your apologies, but your lights were on and I think I've cracked it.
I wasn't sleeping. Harry kept me up. And you've cracked it?
It's cracked like a flower pot.
Mary helped.
Helped? She looks like she needs help.
It's the boy that needs help. He's very sick.
Mary has dry mouth and kind of smacks her lips.
Oh, so am I.
Nah, she's fine. Overdid it on the dinner drinks, that's all.
Bring her in.
I'm just dropping her home. She might do a number on the carpet. What I came to tell you is it's...
A spine?
A spine.
What is?
It's not a backbone we're looking for, it's a spine.
Which is good because we have one under Loki's bed right now.
A book spine.
Of course.
Eureka!
Eureka. Now, there was a book in the living room on the shelf nearest the kitchen. Can you grab it?
Andromeda goes to grab the book from inside and shouts back to the doorway.
Well, there are a lot of books here, Lockie. Any suggestions?
It was green with, like, gold bits on it.
When are you going to tell her about the dead guy?
Never, and neither are you. Now, hush.
I think I've got it.
A big heavy thing.
Like a lifeless corpse.
Wished woman.
Andromeda returns holding a large book.
That's the one. Just like in the vision.
He begins flipping through it, running his hands over the leather.
Seabirds of the Hebrides. You really think this is it?
You know what I think, Andromeda?
What do you think, Mary?
I think I'm not allowed to tell you.
Not too much longer and I'll have you home.
No.
Apparently whiskey makes her mouthy. I can feel something here. Can you feel that?
Wait, what is that? It's like there's a gap.
Lockie jingles with his keys.
Who's got a knife?
A penknife, Mary.
You should see him with a gun.
Mary!
He begins slicing down the edge of the spine.
Gently does it. It looks like there's something scribbled here.
Can you push the spine back a little? Oh, I can see it. Well, no, a little more. Okay. Okay, let me translate this as best I can.
It isn't good.
Well, I think it's a riddle.
Huh.
In my white walls are no passages. No exits? In my white walls are no exits, but there a golden throne. Yet no one can sit on him? It without destruction.
A place with white walls. A church, maybe, or a hospital.
But no exits. That sounds more like a prison.
Snake.
Excuse me?
Snake? It's a bird book, isn't it?
White walls without exit. White walls without exit are the shell.
And the golden throne?
The yoke. Lockie. Of course, how did I not see it?
Oh, that's an old riddle, you wee bairn. So young, it's so empty.
Thank you, Mary. Now what?
Eggs and island history. Well, that'll be Roval. But you'll have to take Niathia, I'm afraid. I won't have the strength for cliff climbing tomorrow.
They stand in the dark, perplexed.
Oh, I hate egg.
Yes. I have a package to deliver before then.
Or two.
Or two?
I'm gonna take Whiskey McGee home. We'll figure out the egg tomorrow.
Bye, bye, baby bairn.
Good night, Mary. Sleep well.
I'm going to sleep like a dead man.
Harry begins giggling uncontrollably.
First you, then Preston.
Excellent.
Oh, Naomi, you've just muted yourself.
No, I'm sorry. Very good, very good. Thank you, Erica. Wonderful. Loved it. Maeve, Alan, wonderful detective work. 10 out of 10.
I fully feel like Andromeda's like, they definitely killed someone. I'm going to bed.
There's a dead fella outside.
There's a dead man on this island and I am going to bed.
Things I don't want to deal with.
Blind eye. I do not see it. I do not look. I do not see it.
I just think Lockie and Andromeda are trying to have this really serious conversation. I'm just like an overactive toddler. Every
It's
available
very
opportunity.
Erica, surely before lockdown, I had the privilege of watching Big Finish record a Doctor Who thing, and they had one cast member vomit or make vomit noises 4 separate times. Each time was entirely different, and each time was entirely natural. I have never been more impressed by a physical performance until today. That burp was worthy of Viking ballads. That was astounding.
Any comments on the script?
More burping.
More burping. Okay.
No, it's fine.
I just have my one comment, I suppose, would just be that like I feel like did Lockie tell Andromeda about the vision he had of Esther picking up the book?
Good point. I don't think he did.
Because I think that would be good foreshadowing for Andromeda being so accepting of this version of events.
Right. Yeah.
Because she just kind of goes, of course, a book's fine, you know. And but like Lockie's got the evidence to back it up. He's had the vision, but like if Andromeda was aware of that, because you know, or even if he was just like now that he's thinking of the actual book and if he was describing it to her. Or, you know, if she had like, like as in like, this is a real book that she has. And this is a hint basically in the puzzle. You know, it just, I think it would be good if Andromeda was aware of that. So she could say, I have that book, you know.
Yep. Good thinking. I need it to be I need him not to describe the book to her, because otherwise she'll be like, I have that book, and then this plot line gets resolved like 4 episodes earlier.
Oh yeah, no, but even I suppose now,
yeah.
because I suppose maybe like at the time, I suppose his focus was the fact that it was Esther appearing to him. But
Yeah.
now he's thinking book spine. He's all like, well, Esther was holding a book in that vision. What was that about? Or
Yeah,
something.
that's a good way of
So
thinking.
that
about
he's not like, he wasn't even thinking about the book first time around. It was more the fact that it was Esther. Whereas now that he's clocked on to like that it might be the spine of a book, the book becomes the focus.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe if Andromeda is the only person with kind of a proper library on the island, and again, if it's about what she's going through, it could be this is where he comes and he's going like, do you have a book that looks like this? And she's like, yeah, it's a seabird book. It's very late, Lockie. Why are you here?
Yeah, I'm all for that. Perf. Shall we sugar on?
Okay.
Are we
Uh,
saying-
j-
are we
Wait.
saying I noticed.
Yes, please.
I don't know where it is. It's a lot of pages. Mary
That's
says
okay.
something like, "Oh, do you know what I think, Andromeda?" And then Lockie replied,
Yeah, Lockie's. It's supposed to be like, what do you think, Mary? Just being
Yeah.
like, let's make it clear. No, I don't care what you think, and you're not saying it now.
Oh yeah, no,
And then
like I
she's-
thought that was like, oh, what do you think, Mary? What do
I-
you think? What are you? Would you? What do you want to say to the class? I thought that was very funny.
"Okay, I understand. That's cool then."
And just a very brief pronunciation thing, Hebrides.
As I was saying it, I was like, this is incorrect. I'm just gonna burn on through, but absolutely perfect. That actually meant to ask that, so that's perfect. Hebrides, let me write that
And
down.
we
for myself.
all judged you for it.
Oh, sorry. Yes, also Hebrides,
Ease.
and then also sorry, I definitely also said the names of the cliffs wrong too. I believe.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
actually meant to ask the pronunciation of that as well.
Yes, I have that. I mean, I've always had it as Royval, but I will double check.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I just wasn't sure if I was saying that correctly. Oh, the other thing was, sorry, actually, now that I'm in that section as well, I just remembered white walls without exit are the shell. White walls without exit is the. I think that should be is the shell. Does that sound? Or is
That's
it
cool.
ar-
That's cool.
I don't know. I'm just I'm actually asking because I don't know. White walls without exit is the shell. Because the shell is one thing.
The shell is singular, but
Yeah.
walls is plural.
White walls
And
are the shell.
as people know, I can't do grammar. at
Me
all.
neither. So I don't
is-
know.
I
Something
think
like-
it is
If
the
it was
shell.
if it was
Okay.
the white walls without exit are the shell, that might sound.
Or you could do something like white walls without an exit. That's the shell. Like put a pause.
Yeah.
In that.
Okay,
We can
perfect.
avoid grammar entirely.
Yay!
Just
I wish the rest of my life would go that easily.
perfect. Okay.
Sugar had the wonderful ability to go through my script, and usually my friend Sarah does it because she's a librarian and she puts up with me a lot, and she's like, has he found all the apostrophes that are where they shouldn't be yet? Because if he does this more than once, he'll know. And I was like, thanks, babe. Cool. No problem. So yeah, not my best thing. Shall we sugar on to 5?
Okay.
Wunderbar. This one's a big one for Alistair. Would you like me to read the actions while you do your bit? Would
If
that
you
be
could,
easier?
that would be great.
Yeah.
Thank
perfect.
you.
Okay. Scene 5. Exterior, night. The post-murder montage.
Mary goes down easily. On the way home, her rough jokes turn to sobs. Working your way around her cramped furniture is hard, but she's out as soon as her head touches the pillow. You don't begrudge her the escape, but still, you wish she was going with you. Unfortunately, this, like everything else, you must do alone.
We hear the click of the door as he leaves Mary's.
The closer you get to home, the heavier the ache in your hands becomes, falling down your shoulders with the memory of their misdeeds. There is nothing sweet or elegant about this now.
Throughout this voiceover, we hear a distraught Lockie try and manhandle the corpse out and into the dark.
Preston lays clumsily, long-limbed and defiant across your shoulders. His arms flop with every step, a puppet-like mockery of life. You can smell the woody sweetness of his cologne and how it's marred by the metallic tincture of his blood. If he were awake, he would be breathing on you now. But awake he is not. The stone chantry looms large now. Keep on, Lockie. Do what must be done before you lose your will.
Creak of the church door. There's no Niathi chatter to soothe the space, just silence.
Stepping down into the sepulchre, you ache for Niathi's chatter to fill the empty space. Instead, there is just the resonance of your own heart, blood thick in your eardrums. You try not to look as you lay him down.
Lockie begins to sob a little as he moves the grave top aside.
The grave is too small for Preston's tall frame. He stares at you accusatorily from glassy eyes, his neck cricked at an uncomfortable angle. Would you really leave him like this? You did this, Lockie. You brought him here, and now there is not even a hole fit for purpose for his ghost to lay.
Lockie sobs.
You want to say something reassuring to him, some apology, but the words won't come. Only gasps and tears. You shouldn't be alone tonight. Not like this.
Very well read. Quite a different mood. How was that?
Thank you. That's really nice. It's the sense of regret and the whole kind of I got you, buddy. But you are on your own. The emotional nuance of it really comes across.
Cool. Any other questions or comments? Okay.
I'm good.
All good. Okay. I shall give you back scene 6, if that's all right.
Fantastic. Scene 6, external, night, Niathi's house. A bedraggled Lockie arrives at Niathi's doorstep. He knocks and the door opens.
Okay. What are you doing here? Is everything all right?
No. Nothing's really all right.
Lockie begins sobbing a little.
Okay. Come here.
Niathi kisses him and pulls him through the doorway. The door clicks shut behind them.
Short scene. Should we just roll on to 7, please?
It needs major rewrites, that one.
Yeah.
Scene 7, internal, morning, Niathi's bedroom. You awake in the soft morning light. Yesterday's difficulties melting away in the warmth of someone else's sheets. No more running. No more avoiding. Today's problems you have the strength to face straight on. There's the sound of knocking.
Not yet.
Morning.
Small kisses.
I was having a good dream, but this is
Better.
a close second.
Noted.
More knocking.
All right, I'll get the door. You start the kettle.
Deal. But after that, we should talk about last night.
Lockie heads downstairs happily with Niathi and poodles on towards the kitchen.
What is there to talk about? I think we both had a wonderful time. Coming!
We hear this section fuzzily as Lockie bumbles around the kitchen.
Mina, are you at the computer? If not, I'll do it.
I am.
Thank you.
All right, so where are we?
29 with the title page. It's like right at the end. It's just the last scene.
Ah, okay, right.
All good. So we
Dad?
hear this.
Oh, sorry.
We hear the section fuzzily as Lockie bimbles around the kitchen, just slightly further up for that one. So it should be, so I'm looking for someone.
27 I have on my page.
Good. Amina, when you're ready, so I'm looking for someone.
Cool. So I'm looking for someone. He came over yesterday, but no one has seen him, so I'm going door to door.
Sorry, love. New faces tend to stick out here. Let me just check.
She shouts back to Lockie in the kitchen.
You haven't seen anyone new about, have you?
No, why?
There's a young lady looking for someone called Brandon.
Never heard of him. Come a long way for nothing.
Sorry, she says his name is Preston.
Preston. It doesn't seem familiar.
Lockie walks back towards the door.
The seas round here can be rough to travel. Maybe he turned back. Sorry we can't be of more help.
Boom.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, snap.
Cool beans. How was that last wee scene for everybody? How is the mood shift? Because we go from, man, I'm fucking sad, to like, hey, it's a new day. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have narration that takes us there.
Yeah. Also, were you like trying to hit a personal goal of the most outrageous things you could make me say?
No, I didn't read it like that. And then when you read it like as intended, I was like, oh thank God. No. I swear to God. It's
see
because
you.
no. I'm a good person, I promise. So the first half and the second half of that are from two separate scripts, which is why there is a weird disconnect now that was not there in the first version. So I apologize for that, and I won't do it again. Anything else?
No, I think it's good. It's a good scene.
Okay.
Just a question, Naomi.
Yeah.
Throughout the chapter so far, has Amy ever been referenced, even just in passing?
Yeah. So there's a couple of like flashbacks with like baby Amy.
Okay.
And Amy's mentioned like, so there's like a investigation scene where Lockie's like, why aren't there more journals that belong to your dad here? And she's like, why? And he's like, because you're a toddler. When Amy was born, I took 300 pictures of her all the time because I was so excited about being a new father. So she's like woven through.
Right.
So she is in there, but it's kind of none of it's enough to warrant sitting in on, essentially. So she's like in a scene here and a scene there. But then this next episode is basically the Amy show.
Cool.
All good. How do we feel about the episode as a whole? Is it okay? There's a lot of very different vibes.
It covers a lot of ground and a lot of narrative ground. I really like that.
I may need to research my character a bit.
For accuracy.
Accuracy.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
We'll get Paddy to send you something. We'll be like, that's got to be budgeted for.
I really love it. I think I love how it's leaning into the gallows humor. Like, it's pretty dark, but in a way that's very fun. And it is like, like Maeve said, it's a necessary reprieve. It can't always be like all go, but you still have that like intrigue at the end. So there's still something mysterious, but it's a bit more lighthearted, although in a very dark way. It's good.
It's the porter scene after the murder, really, isn't it? That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the meme you put up in the Discord of the two buttons which say drunk remarry comedy and horrible murder aftermath, and the guy just pressing both of them and going.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite episodes. It's the only one that makes me laugh at myself when I read it. Which is probably sad. So
It's definitely allowed. It's definitely
Absolutely.
allowed.
Just once per series.
I burst out laughing in the middle of the U-Bahn here in Vienna when I listened back to the episode Bob from the Amelia Project with all the laughing, because it was just so ridiculous. And I'm there laughing at myself, laughing on the
Very
subway.
good.
Everyone's just kind of like, what's he listening to? It's like myself.
The actor mood.
Yeah.
Cool. Episode 8 is in the chat in Word and PDF.
May I just have 2 minutes?
Yes, please do.
Thank you.
We'll start at 9:05 if you guys want to grab a drink or anything, or take a bio break quickly.
I will step out of the office for a couple of minutes, which is currently turned with the surface of the sun. So I'll see you in a minute.
No worries.
Take 5.
All good.
That was fun.
Yes. Yes. I love Drunk Mary. Drunk Mary is my favorite thing. I will die for the rest of my life. I'm like, very good, thank you. Exceedingly fun.
Yeah, that flowed really well.
Yeah, I'm always worried about that. The like bit where it's like, today is a new day, because I'm like, I don't know if I would feel it was a new day the next day. I'd be like, I killed someone, but I'm just like
I'm a little worried about sleeping tonight.
the vibes of having Michelle's soothing voice be like, it's okay. I feel like.
Yeah, I was wanting to see how that bit right at the end played out there. I think we both had a wonderful time coming.
You knew when you didn't tell me, you asshole. I didn't even notice it until she was saying it. I was like, no.
How did you not notice that? I'm pretty sure I mentioned it last night.
Well, I gotta be honest.
I think I said it was brilliant. I think that's,
by like
that's the
1
word to
a.m.
use.
I was not super listening. I was just like also there. Yeah.
Like I thought it was obvious, and I was like, I really like it. It's cheeky.
You'll have to reclose it before you restart.
I feel like I'm allowed one like borderline
okay?
joke per episode, and she already said the thing about head earlier in this episode,
Yeah.
so that was my counted one.
I know it's.
I'm glad my dad's gonna be in this. This is what I want for a parent-child relationship.
No,
It's okay. They never listen to anything I make anyway. It's all right.
They're gonna listen to this.
My parents' mood is like, we don't understand your achievements, but we're glad that you're having them. I'm like, thanks, guys. They're honest. They're like, I don't, but hooray for you. Chloe, you're looking very spiffy.
Thank you very much.
Definitely
Like,
good.
this is the best thing I've ever got from a workplace. I love this so much. Like, they gave me factory boots at Krispy Kreme, but like, they don't hold a candle to this.
A cat. Very good.
Oh, a baby.
A baby. I think my baby's still asleep.
Oh.
I was so enthused during that whole reading that I was just kind of sat eating Parma violets, and I didn't realize how many packets I'd eaten until I have like this pile of Parma violet packets, and I'm like, oh god, I ate so many.
But Parma violets suck.
I'm gonna take that as a personal attack.
You should, because they're rubbish, and I don't know why you would eat
Wow.
them instead of eating something else.
After Brexit, you can only keep 4 wrong opinions.
All of my opinions are wrong, so after Brexit you can only keep 1 sweet. What sweet do you keep?
Parma violets.
We throw you into the sea. That's
Good,
what
because
happens.
I can swim.
Not weighed down with those goddamn Parma violets, you can't.
I do miss double deckers sometimes.
My sister's mad for them. She gets me to send them to
They're
her
so good.
in New Zealand, which is just like insane. And cinnamon crunch is the other thing, like the cinnamon
Okay.
cereal, which is like, wow, I love love sending you cereal for £70 to the other side of the world. Siblings, what you gonna do? You know what? I like refreshers. Refreshers are great.
Cool down. I've been there a bit.
Look, Parma violets, you don't get an opinion, all right? You've already shown you don't have any taste. I'm gonna call you Parma violets for the rest of time now.
Do you have a HR department that I can speak to? Because I feel like this is bordering on workplace bullying.
I am the HR department, so
Damn it!
Is this a new slur that I wasn't aware of until just now?
I'm a Violets, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd prefer you just call me a slur.
Yeah.
Just hate crime me, please. I'm begging you. It would be kinder.
You know you've got to try and get that in now. When they go to Angelique's shop, someone's got to ask for some Parma Violets.
Well, I
Well,
think Robbie asked for
Have a
blue
scene
hula
in this,
hoops.
yeah.
So maybe it's Parma Violets. And he just says,
Blue hula hoops and a pack of Parma Violets.
Yeah.
and he says, here's the blue hula hoops. If I see Parma Violets ever again, I will kill you myself.
So have Angelique say there was one pack of Parma Violets left, but I threw them in the bin instead of giving them to you.
Wow.
Things Angelique would say, and I'm here for.
I'm just gonna clutch my bag and
There's
sulk.
so many Parma Violets.
I know it
That's
is
too
because I
many.
like them.
They
That's
just
too
taste
many.
like chalk. There's nothing to them.
They're just easy to eat.
This is so controversial.
What?
I don't care.
I
I
didn't
don't
realise.
care.
I didn't think that this was going to be the thing that divided us.
I really didn't think I was going to cause such discourse with Parma Violets.
I feel a
Parma
lot
Violets are
be-
the best.
Thank you,
Ah!
Minister. Thank you.
There's
Oh
two.
man.
I thought there was one in this house, but there's two. There's two traitorous bitches in this house.
Vindication.
I feel like Alistair's just been like that meme from Community where he's walking in with a pizza box.
Yeah.
It's full of
Won't be the first time.
I mean, how controversial Parma Violet come, it's making me a lot better about opening up a Monday evening tinny. So, you know, thanks for that. Getting into character. Erica can do it. Why can't I?
Still better than Parma Violets, so it's fine. Dean, this is an
Violets is
intervention. This is a
crap,
Parma Violets
No,
intervention.
I refuse. I refuse. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Dean, there's Parma Violet gin. I feel you should be told.
Hold on. Do I have some with me? I don't.
Oh my
I
God.
don't. But I have some at home.
Oh, bless.
I couldn't remember what gins I brought with me to uni, but not the Parma Violet one apparently.
Unfortunately, we're going to be holding auditions this week because we need to recast Robbie. So
That's a fair call.
ugh. No, I'm not. I'm trying to think of like other controversial opinions, but honestly, Parma Violets is really like that's it. Pandas suck. That's my other controversial opinion. If I'm allowed 4, I might as well get them out.
You know what? Fuck pandas. Fuck
Exactly.
them. Yeah,
No, their whole problem is that they won't.
exactly.
Terribly badly designed. Great drain on resources. And they're only chosen for logos is because you don't need color
And
printing.
they're young and need help pooing as well.
That's upsetting.
That's how poorly adapted for just survival they are.
I mean,
So in
did you know that
you know,
to get kittens to pee, their mums have to lick their butts? So, you know, they're not the only
yeah,
ones.
that's what pandas have to do. Yeah. So
Upsetting.
they in captivity they have to simulate it by sort of like gently patting their buttholes.
Oh, good lord.
I thought you meant pandas had to lick kittens' butts in order to pee. I'm
Some
up to
weird
speed now, though.
cross-species upsetting
That-
that's going on.
We lost
Mm.
Michelle. Are you all right, dear?
What's in this?
So, back in a jiff. Has anybody seen the kitten?
I learned Gaelic for kitten today.
Who knew?
I decided I needed to take one for the team and start learning Gaelic. So I installed the owl. Who's now going?
Is the owl judging you yet?
Not
Looking
to-
at you.
Not
with its
today because
eyes.
it's only day 1.
You've
But
just
they do have a
reminded me-
thing now.
I haven't
Sorry.
appeased the owl yet today. You've just reminded me. God.
It's okay. If it's only day 1, he'll just be standing outside your door. It's not that bad.
Takes a
It's
week
up-
for him to be standing out there at 4 a.m. reciting razor commercials to a megaphone. You're fine.
it's upsetting now because they have an extra feature that's like, this is how many mistakes you've made. We're keeping count, which is new. And I'm like, why? Why are you doing this?
Who hurt you, Owl? Who hurt you?
Exactly. I don't know what's happened to Maeve.
She just got sick of our bullshit.
I don't blame
We
her.
heard the Palmer Violets discourse and noped out.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dean.
Yeah, blame Dean. Okay, well, we should jog on, and Maeve isn't in this like first couple of scenes anyway. In fact, I don't know if she's even
She is.
in this one,
She
Okay.
is.
but she's not until later. All right, shall we crack on to episode 8 then?
Mhm.
Okay. Amina, all good?
Yep.
Perf. All right. Alistair, I will hand over to you. Thank you kindly.
No worries. Episode 8, Family. Scene 1, Internal, Day, Niathi's house.
Dad?
Amy? Amy!
Oh my God, Dad, I can't believe it. You're alive.
Big hugs.
I've missed you so much.
I've missed you too, Dad.
The Brax Powers, you're so grown up. You've gotten so tall. Must be reaching those handholds now, eh?
May County. And you look so old. And your shoes.
Oh, aye.
They're so ugly.
You'd know. Look at you all trendy Wendy. Is that... No.
Mum finally caved. What do you think?
I think that wee gem looks sweet in your wee beak. You just look the spitting image of your mother, too. Right, this is my friend Niathi.
That you live with?
Just visiting.
Overnight.
And him?
We're out of milk, so I just had 8 pieces of Marmite toast, but now I'm really thirsty, and you're standing in front of the fridge.
Morning, Harry. Sorry, me and Amy are just leaving.
Harry opens the fridge and begins sloshing milk about, completely unbothered in the background.
You are?
Ames and I, we have a lot to catch up on. We can catch up later, eh?
Apparently.
See you later, Niathi.
You're not going to say goodbye?
Niathi is egging for a smooch here, but it's awkward.
Goodbye?
Properly.
Goodbye properly.
He closes the door behind him.
Oh, I'm going to suffer for that later. Ames, sorry about that. I can't wait to hear what you've been up to and show you the island.
I think there's going to be a lot for us to talk about. I still can't believe I found you.
Aye. Say, how did you find me?
Michelle, wonderfully awkward. Love that.
Physical cringing.
Yeah, Amina, 10 out of 10. Great teenage energy. Love that. How was that for everybody? All good?
Yep.
Mhm.
Feel natural and happy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just like to ask, because when I was going over the scripts before, I was just thinking, like, is this a happy, oh my God, I found you, or is just like a bit of disbelief because I believed that you were dead and I followed this lead and you're actually alive? So it's just like, I don't know how to react.
I think that she's real stoked to see Dad.
Okay.
Like, I mean, you think your parent is dead. Someone says, your dad is alive. And you're like, oh shit. Maybe, and you kind of hold that like hope, and then you're like, oh, he's alive and he's here, and then it's like, and also Niathi is here.
Yeah.
And that's
Gotcha.
when you're like, go, okay. Yeah. So I
Awesome.
think initially you're like, hooray, and then later on it's like, wow, you're having a nice time, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Brilliant. Thanks.
All good. Should
Yeah,
we head?
I did question the reaction as well when I read through it the first time until I realized later in the next episode or later in this one that she already knew that he was alive.
Yeah, so she's been given a hint by Darling Matthias. So, hooray. All good. So,
Fuck.
are we good to roll on to scene 2?
Yeah, I would maybe just change that. Sorry, me and Amy are just leaving to me and Amy were just leaving. Seems to be more natural. Maybe it's just a Scottish thing, but Amy
cool.
and I were just leaving.
Adult grammar, that's fine. Cool. So we shall rock on scene 2.
Scene
See
2.
now.
Internal. Day. The little shop. Inside stands Matthias and Angelique going over some manifests.
See, somewhere we're losing food. I've calculated everyone's standard intake, and we're still light.
Perhaps people like to indulge every now and again, Matthias.
Lockie comes into the town shop, and we hear a little dingle of the bell.
No, I really think that...
Oi, you. Pasty waste of space. I've got a bone to pick with you.
I'll leave you two to talk it out.
No, don't.
Nice to see you back. Don't worry about the shop. It needs restocking. Goodbye, Matthias.
Angelique sachets out of the shop. We hear the first shove of Matthias being obliterated by a furious Lockie, and we follow Angelique outside, where Mary and Amy are waiting.
Morning, Angelique. Can't get a pack of crisps, can I?
Robbie, sorry, but you will need to wait. Is it not a gorgeous day outside anyway? You look awful, Mary. And who is this charming ingenue?
Amy, Lockie's daughter.
Yeah, he didn't tell you about me either, huh?
No! No. He didn't say you were he did say you were wonderful, but I didn't expect such a grown-up young lady.
Yeah, well, I didn't expect him to be alive.
Well, life is full of little surprises. It's a private island village, you know.
I also didn't expect to find him pants down, cozied in with some woman and a whole new family. Real cool, Dad.
We hear a smash from inside that breaks the awkwardness.
Oh, I like that vase.
Should have brought it with you. And a pack of crisps.
And a drink.
Same. Still, won't be much longer.
Matthias ain't much of a fighter.
Bit of a switch up, really. Used to be other people storming into the house to hit Dad.
Angelique is fearless and cares about zero for reading the room.
Okay, well, I cannot wait. We have a visitor. We must celebrate this reunion.
And just to hold on.
Hula hoops, blue ones, and a pack of Parma violets.
No!
Angelique determinedly walks back into the shop. Ding-a-ling shop bell.
Don't mind me. Carry on, boys.
Angelique!
You heard the lady.
Whack. Good punch from Lockie. Matthias is at the end of his fight. He's never been punched before, which is surprising as he has such a deeply punchable face. Angelique begins whistling and looks for a bottle of champagne to celebrate. Why does she have secret champagne? Because she's Angelique.
See, you've been screwing with me since I got here. Whatever. I've been dealing with that my whole life. You tried to kill me? Sure, heat of the moment, you're worried for Andromeda. I won't be sharing a beer with you, but it's not like I haven't made mistakes. Oh, but Sonny boy, you made a big mistake bringing my Amy into this.
You made me! Swanning around and ruining everything. You lied!
Oh, pal, can't be the first time you've been lied to, can it? Niathi was with you for years.
Enjoy my leftovers, asshole. She's too selfish to love you.
No, she wasn't that selfish with me, pal.
Angelique pops up with glasses.
Just another reason for champagne. I'll say some for you when you're finished.
She walks back out to the absolute bewilderment of the two men, and we hear the ding-a-ling.
Angelique!
Always liked her. So, you thought you'd stir up the past some and bring Amy into this, huh? She buried my body, apparently. You want to tell me where you're finding free corpses to traumatize kids with? Matthias, you sick bastard.
See, that's the problem with people like you. You think everything comes for free. You can just do what you like and everything will work out. People like me are left with the hard work to make it happen. All of this, it comes at a cost, Lockie.
To Brack's eyes, you're an actual psychopath.
Don't be so dramatic. Marco works for Search and Rescue. Every once in a while, he puts a watch on someone else's wrist. If anyone here is a psychopath, it's not me.
That's your time, I'm afraid.
No, please!
Oh, whack.
Screw you, Lockie. I didn't just call your daughter, but where's that nice American boy from the papers? Wonder where he got to, huh?
Never saw him.
Sure. Deep down you know, though, don't you? You don't deserve this. Nyathi, Harry, them. Especially poor, sweet, grieving Amy. You're exactly what I said you were. A murderer and a con.
You don't know anything about me.
Keep running, con man. It'll catch up with you eventually.
I'll not be running, but you can stop running your mouth.
Big punch, and Matthias is fucking down now. Mick wants Lockie to throw him through the window.
Finally, something worth celebrating.
He brushes himself off and picks up a couple of things as he walks out of the shop.
Blue hulas for my boy. Angelique, can you put these on the allowance? I've fair worked up an appetite.
Sick. Teach me that left hook thing.
It's on the house. I've wanted to redecorate for years. Now I have the space to. I'm thinking velvet shelves and a chaise lounge in the window where I can recline for all to see.
Is it always like this?
The fighting? No. Angelique? Yes. Aye.
All right, monkey. Sorry about the detour. Lunch? Got your favourite? Cheese strings.
Dad, I'm lactose intolerant.
Ah, bugger.
Okay. Ben, phenomenal. Loved it. Great. How was that for everybody?
Angelique is great comic relief in this scene.
Yes.
Yeah. She won't be played by me. She'll be played by someone much better called Sam. Thoughts and feelings? Feedback? Okay. I'm going to edit out your goddamn Parma Violets, but other than that, scene 4.
Scene 4, external, day, the beach. We re-enter the scene in a small silence. Lockie and Amy sit on a borrowed picnic blanket with spoils from the shop. There's a lot of junk like Mars bars and crisps, but some sandwiches and some of Mary's fresh red cherry tomatoes. The waves roll in, slowly filling the air with salt. With that wind, this small cove seems like the only place left on the earth. Amy fidgets, pushing her fingers into the sand of this strange shore, trying to avoid eye contact with a now keen to please Lockie. The world is full of small silences, gaps between what is and what could be. Places where time belongs not to clocks or businesses or errands, but to us. Anything could happen. But she won't look at you. You watch her eyes follow the waves as they turn over and over, exhaling salt into the air. She pushes her fingers into the sand, absent-mindedly fidgeting, familiar and yet strange. You remember holding her when she was tiny, crying in disbelief at the size of her, making promises you didn't keep. Your clumsy fatherhood weighs heavy now, like thick boots on a thin glass bridge. It warns of consequences below. Tread carefully, Lockie.
Amy,
Yeah, Dad?
So, how's school?
I got into that art college.
Oh, that's great. How is it?
Dropped out. Having a murderer dad does a real number on the social life.
Oh.
Work in a shop. It's fine.
Good for you. How's your mother?
Do you want me to lie?
No, Ames. Never.
She's pretty bad. Her fancy friends dropped her like a shot.
I'm sorry. Did you tell her about me?
Bit late for that. And no, I had to be sure.
Aye.
This is stupid. This was stupid. I can't believe I got here before Preston.
Amy starts to pack up.
What made you think he'd be here?
He rang the house after Matthias told me you were alive. He accused me of hiding you on a god-forsaken spit off the west coast. This is the most remote island of them all, so I took a chance.
Did you talk to Preston again? I've been away. Are you close now?
Close? Dad, he's so old. Also, there's the whole dad murder thing. Should have heard him. He was raving mad about it.
So you can't get a hold of him now? You know, if you wanted to.
No. I don't even know. Why are you asking this?
Ames, I'm just making conversation. You don't seem to really want to talk about... Well...
What do you want me to say, Dad? Wow, you left me and Mum without a word, dumping us and your problems. Seems kind of obvious. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't been here, actually. He should have had a whole day on me.
You're changing the subject. Do something. You've been quiet since you got here. Rage, yell at me, curse, something.
I did all that, Dad. At your funeral. Which you weren't even at, apparently.
How was it?
Deeply tasteless.
As I deserve.
The funeral was actually okay. Closed casket. They had me identify your body. They dragged you out of the water and you were so swollen like an off sausage roll still in the packet. All wet and slimy. Barely a person at all. Gave me nightmares. Gave me nightmares for weeks. He was you, my whole life, and I just hadn't looked hard enough to realize. But then I remember, and the rotting would start to show again.
I thought...
Thought what? That a court case was worse than faking your own death and running away to wherever the crap we are. You left us. You made sure we were good and screwed, and then you left. You didn't tell us anything. Then I find out not only are you alive, but you've replaced us, playing happy families with some psycho bitch.
Hey, anger on me, not a bitch.
And she's got a kid. Did you think, oh, I done messed up my first try, better go again? Did you?
Yes.
What?
I screwed things up beyond recognition at home. When you were wee, with your little tiny pink fingers, I knew every day that I'd never be the dad you deserved, but I pretended for as long as I could.
I didn't ask for a perfect dad. I asked for their dad.
I know that now. I'm sorry, I want to be better. I'm trying to be better.
And you came to the arse end of here to do it.
To the end of the world.
You sit in silence again as the waves roll in.
Listen, it's an amazing place if you give it a chance. Give us both a chance. Please.
There's just silence as Amy thinks on this.
Dad,
Niathi appears on the scene with Harry bringing down a second basket and a backpack. She calls out to them, breaking the bubble.
Hey, you two! We brought food item. Scones!
And a kite and climbing things.
Wow, Harry, that's awesome.
Yay, wow, second picnic.
Hey, wee man, why don't you show Amy the beach and see if our sandcastle from last time is still there?
Do I have to?
Just let me speak to Niathi for a minute, all right?
All right, Pipsqueak. Can you skip rocks?
Yeah.
But I can skip them better than you.
No.
You're on.
They speed away.
Niathi, what are you doing here?
Oh, this morning's introduction was awkward. If Amy gets to know us, she'll feel differently. Besides, we brought homemade scones. Who could resist us?
That's great. It's just Amy and I... Things are difficult.
You're going to leave us, aren't you? I knew you were too good to be true, Lockie.
What? No.
I thought what we shared was pretty magical. Worth sticking around for?
Hey, Niathi, come on. This isn't you. I had a phenomenal time last night.
He takes Niathi's face in his hands.
I'm not suddenly abdicating my responsibilities, just taking some time with Amy. She'll come around, hopefully.
Lockie kisses Niathi softly on the forehead.
She will. You said she used to like climbing, right?
We hear the jangle of carabiners and rope.
Ba-da-ba-da. How was that for everybody? I mean, great teenage energy, all about it. The
Oh my god,
passive-aggressive is
Amina, like the fucking vibes are insane. Am I using that right? Vibes? Is that how the teens use it? No, but like
Vibes is good. Vibes is good.
Oh my god, no, some of those deliveries, I was just like, oh, the shade.
You kids with your vibes and your Tic Tacs. Any other questions and comments? I'm sorry, Michelle, that I gave you a food item, but in some places I want to.
Food item.
Food item.
Food item.
You brought food item.
Food item.
Yeah, sometimes I like to leave like a little something for you guys to add in, and in the process, just like really ruin the read for you.
Yeah.
So cool.
I'm just
You can
thinking
have a
maybe on the line, hey, anger on me, not a bitch. Maybe it should be, and she's not a bitch. Because
yeah, that's cool.
and just I'm not sure how to say it without it coming across like he's calling her a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to use closed casket? Again, it's quite American, but I'm not
sure. What?
Do we do like open and closed coffins here? I've not been to that many funerals.
Okay. I'm going to go in here because this is an argument that I've had with multiple UK people. One of whom was all like, well, I think open casket funerals are absolutely barbaric. I don't know about you guys, but for Irish funerals, open caskets are like a part of it. And so
Okay.
I don't know, but like where is Lockie like from? I guess it would kind of, if he's Scottish, Alan, what would your funeral traditions be?
It was
Alan,
more a
when you
case
die-
of the use
Alan,
of the
when
word
you die,
casket.
what will we do with your body for you? Sorry, go on.
I don't think I've ever been to an open coffin funeral, but it wouldn't strike me as something abnormal if it was. I think the Scots are just a little bit prudish in that regard. Most of the time, it's, oh God, no, you can't have an open coffin. No.
That's so
What would the
interesting
neighbours
to
think?
me.
Yeah, we definitely have them. We just don't like it much.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so interesting to me because we're like, give your nan a kiss now before she goes.
Yeah.
So it's completely opposite. So that's very interesting for me to, yeah. Okay, fascinating.
but-
That's why I was all like, what are the other Celts doing? Interesting.
I more raised it
It's
just because of the use of the word casket
Rather than
versus coffin.
Well,
that
okay,
was
so
why I brought it up.
mm.
Okay.
It's only a coffin if it doesn't have hinges. If it's got hinges, it's a casket.
Oh, good
So
lord!
You have learned something today.
interesting.
Sorry,
Okay.
just like
Yeah, no, that's
Excuse
so
me.
interesting.
it's got hinges. It's a casket.
Fair
We'll think about it.
enough.
If he gets to have Parma violets, I get to keep casket. So,
I so nearly said
So
we
what?
put Parma
So what I'm
Violet.
hearing is that the Palmer violets are in.
And they
yes,
went.
I will
went in
keep the Parma
casket.
violets because I do like Dean, even though he has terrible taste.
Dean, return to my screen. I need to high five you.
I'm here. I'm ready for the high five. Also, you sound like most of my ex-boyfriends, Naomi, so don't worry about it.
That's the review that I like to have, actually. Yeah.
That's a pull quote.
Thank you. Cool. So shall we head to scene 6? Everybody happy? Cool.
Do you mean scene 5?
Yes, I
Cool.
do. Which is good because I'm gonna have to be in it.
Scene 5. External. Day. Waveside. Harry and Amy kneel together in the sand, co-creating a sandcastle.
So, how many towers is this bad boy gonna have?
10.
10? Well, we better get cracking then. I'm thinking seashell windows. What do you think? It's been a while since I made the sandcastle.
These little blue ones are pretty windows. Why did you stop?
Hey, I'm still building. Jeez. Taskmaster much?
No, what? Why did you stop making sandcastles?
Oh, I got busy, I guess. Lots to do. And also sandcastling is kind of a family thing.
And your daddy is here with me.
Yeah.
You can take him back if you want.
Ouch. He's been that good you want to return him?
No, he's nice. He makes eggs do magic and says funny things. He makes my mum smile a lot. But I've got a daddy already and you haven't had one.
Not sure it's as simple as all that, buddy. Thanks for the offer, though. Does he stay with you a lot?
No. He visits, but he only slept over today.
Terrible timing, Dad.
So is he a good dad to you?
Wow. Hard question. Mostly yes, but he wasn't around very much.
My daddy is around a lot, but he's only with me on Sundays.
That's tough.
I like your dad. If you don't need him anymore, I'd like him to stay.
He's not been my dad in a while, kiddo. Better make use of him if you can, I guess.
Maybe I should give him a present.
You don't need to.
Does he like presents?
He likes expensive things. Or he used to.
What do expensive things look like?
Shiny, I guess. That's great. What is it you're digging?
Oh, I'm digging a hole.
Cool. Cool. In the middle of the castle?
Well, we get to do Dubrak through the hole, so this way our sand people can be with Dubrak when they perish.
When they perish?
Well, the sea will swallow them up when their toil is over, and then they can swim into the hole with Dubrak.
Who is Dubrak?
You don't know Dubrak? Well, now you have to stay here. We can put another bed in my room so you don't have to sleep by yourself anymore.
We'll see, bud. Okay? How about I dig a big moat instead, with bridges for the people?
So then the sea won't come so quickly.
You betcha.
That's nice. I'm not ready for the hole for a long time yet.
Yeah, bud. I'm having a vision. I see hundreds of sandcastles, years of sandcastles. Oh, what's that? A sandcastle king? What? It looks like you.
You're funny.
Just like my dad, eh?
How was that? Pretending that I'm an 8-year-old? Questions, comments?
I love your Harry, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you. I know 8-year-olds. Yeah. Anything else?
I was just gonna say I love how it's so easy to get sucked up into this community and these wonderful characters, and then you've an 8-year-old remind us all that this is a cult, it's a really big cult.
Yeah, Mick hates the whole line. That's his favorite.
I'm not ready for the hole for a long time yet. I still hate it for that.
I know. I think it's great. I
love that bit, actually.
Yeah, because I think I think Amy's like, haha, funny kids and the things they say. But it's actually like a really dark line when you have context. Yeah. I think it works well.
I thought it was great. I did have one question.
Please do.
About sort of how much time has passed between sort of his own death and then now, because so this is the second time that it feels like a lot of time has passed rather than just the 6 months that and it just doesn't seem to square for me. But I'm not sure if I'm just missing something. narratively.
So it's 9 months is what we said. Is how long it's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Mick also raised the same thing yesterday.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm just.
Yeah, my thoughts on it were 6 months since he's been away, since he's been on St. Kilda, but there's potentially a bit of time before that he hadn't seen his family before that, so it could be
Okay.
9 months, could be a year potentially.
Right. Okay. That's fair. Yeah, I think it was just sort of going back to the beginning of the episode, even, but just like you've gotten so tall, you're so grown up. For 6 months seems a little bit
Yeah, that's fair.
much, but yeah, if it's more like a year, maybe even a bit more, maybe that's not so bad. And she is a teenager, I guess, so she's growing up fast.
Yeah. Also, you don't want to look at your kid and be like, "Hey, you're still short. Good job."
Yeah, also fair. That's why I don't have kids. Can't work them out. I don't know how to assemble them. So.
I mean, to be fair,
One piece is always missing.
From being a dad and going away for a couple of weeks every once in a while for work, when I come back, he's completely changed. Even if you're a week away, I know he's growing very fast right now, but I think if you're away for any length of time, really, you come back and it's like, holy shit, how did that happen? The very first time that I went away was for 2 weeks.
Oh, boo, Alan. Look at me.
Okay, I'm just going to... Are we ready for the next scene now?
Aggressively uncalled for.
And I just realised that at the time, delay just didn't help anything at all. But there we go.
Hooray. Okay.
Right.
Now,
Good. Excellent.
Sorry. Do we have an approximate age for Amy? Is she like sort of like 18, 19, or is she more like 16,
yeah.
17?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
cool.
she's left. She's just at the point where she's like leaving high school, getting into
Okay.
college.
Yeah.
It's spring now, so she's probably got in to college like just after dad left, went to college, and then everyone's like, "Oh, you're the kid whose dad murders people."
Right. Okay,
Um,
cool. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, 17, 18-ish. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Scene 6. It's short, but we'll just jump into it if that's okay.
Scene 6, internal, day, Andromeda's house. Andromeda and Georgie sit on the doorstep.
You sure about this?
Sadly, it's gone on long enough. I should have dealt with it as soon as I heard, but I thought there was another way.
It's not going to be easy.
I know. I'm sorry to ask it of you. I know he's your friend.
I can be his friend another time. You want me to sort it out now?
No. It's a nice day. Let him have this one. It'll give me a chance to tie up the loose ends.
Very nice, very nice.
Ooh.
Lovely, lovely. Cool. Any comments or questions? It's pretty short. Nope. Cool. Roll on to 7 then, thank you.
Scene 7, external, afternoon, the cliffside. We hear the jangling of carabiners as Lockie and Amy lead climb up the cliffside. They stop occasionally to hammer in pitons for guide ropes and help each other up.
This is just like old times, huh?
You've gotten slower. Keep up, Billy boy. What are we looking for?
Oh, thank you, dear. Not sure. We found an old book that suggested it was a place called the Sai.
Dumb name.
Well, it's supposed to have mystical healing powers.
Dad, come on.
That's just what they say. But the world is stranger than dreamt of in your philosophy. Careful, that foothold looks a bit wobbly.
Man, I did not think that someone would be able to run the same con on you.
So it's a scavenger hunt. You want to go look at the pigs instead? Kilda's largest pig pit is a hot tourist spot.
Oh, what delights. So you found a rhyme in a book, and now we're looking for an egg in bird's nests. Are you sure there's just one?
Climbs up and clips onto another ring.
Ha! I feel like we'll know it when we see it.
Oh, silly me. Yeah, can't wait to just spend the day checking the realness of eggs. Pull me up.
Apparently, egg tokens used to be a whole thing here. Bolt.
Lockie hammers in the piton passed by Amy.
Craftsmen would prove their mettle by scaling the red cliffs to retrieve a puffin's egg. Later, conservation moved to the egg tokens, which the young men would give to their lovely lady, to their lady loves. Fancier courting than the lads back home, eh?
Puffins are cute. Is that what you did? Like, are you like getting Weird Island married?
Lockie missteps and slips the twang of the rope.
Wow. Can you believe they did this without ropes? Well, I don't know. It's still early days. Me and your mother, well, it'd been a long time.
Gross.
And no, they stopped after a girl broke her leg, apparently. Had to go all the way to the mainland to have it set. Shame, really. It's kind of fun, this. In fact, I wouldn't have known about the tradition at all if Niathi hadn't told me.
I think I prefer a steak dinner and a bevy.
Lockie stands there and looks at her for just a weirdly long time.
All right. Don't make it weird.
Amy, you're too young to be dating and drinking.
Dad, seriously? Besides, you don't get a vote since you bogged off. And Mum wasn't super engaged after you left.
Fair. I'm sure you'll find the right person in time.
Maybe I have already.
Ames, do you have a boyfriend? Who is he? What are his credentials?
Oh, there's something up there.
What is it? Wait, I'm coming up. And this conversation isn't over, young lady.
Oh, yes, it is.
She suddenly starts climbing faster and westward.
Hey, you need to clip into that bolt.
Come here, magical egg.
Ames, bolt.
In a minute.
And just out of the corner of your eye, you spot it too. A glint of light where light shouldn't be. Then Amy's hand reaching, body stretching.
Amy, you're gonna fall.
I've just about got it.
Amy lunges and makes a triumphant aha noise just as she overbalances. You hate being right.
Amy!
Lockie grabs out for Amy, who screams, but we hear the slap of a carabiner catching as she goes. It goes in, and Amy swings left to right as her rope is caught before it can swing them both off the cliff. He runs backwards, pulling Amy taut to the rope again.
Gotcha. I've got you. Okay, you'll need to climb down, and I'll slowly up your slack, okay?
Amy unwinds herself and slowly clicks into the bolt.
Don't say I told you so.
Lockie slides his piton out, and the tension in the rope slides a little. They hold their breath, but it holds.
Aye. Long drop, but no harm done, eh?
Aye. And I got it.
And in your daughter's hand, there it is. She zips down, bouncing across the cliff. She drops it into your palm. The stone is strangely warm against your skin. Strange-looking egg. Crystal stone with a brass ring running from top to base, with foreign indentations and markings. As you stand in the sunlight, its crystalline texture transmits shafts of light in strange patterns. One of my favorite creations.
That's my girl. Still got sticky fingers, eh?
Sticky enough. Goofy egg.
Goofy snag.
We have a quiet, good moment of bonding.
Man, can you imagine if another person died while you were looking after them? Yikes.
Amy laughs and begins pulling out the ropes and gear.
I'm really trying not to.
Da-da-da-da. Loved the vibes. Again, excellent vibes. How was that for you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Any bits that felt weird or off or unnatural?
It's fine. It's good.
Okay.
And as a former climber, all of that tallies.
Yeah. The only other thing is it's belay boy. Belay is like the thing of like pulling someone up on the rope, so you counterbalance their weight essentially.
Belay boy.
That's-
Okay, cool.
That's all good. You were not to know.
Okay, and I noticed just after I read the line that I missed the the importance of like I actually got the egg with the I and I got it. So just a note for me.
That's okay. I've switched out for an I and a yeah because you're not Scottish, so
Yeah.
I feels weird.
Cool.
That's okay. All good. Everyone happy to move on to scene 8? Speak now, vivre de peace. Fab.
Scene 8, external, late afternoon, the bothy. Lockie and Amy are walking up to the bothy and things are good. They seem cheery and a little more comfortable now they've had their day together. We can hear the clanking of their kit.
And you unscrew the panel.
I barely needed to. You were like a little weasel up in there.
Mum's face when she saw you standing next to the machine.
And you inside it. I'll never forget it.
I've still got that little frog on my windowsill. Is this it?
Aye. She might not look like much, but she's home. Looks like it's ready.
What's all this?
These tomatoes are from Mary's garden. And this is soy lamb. The lamb here is perfection. And I grew the potatoes, but obviously Mary did us the kindness of putting it together while we were out.
No. What's that, Dad?
Oh, that's the cot. Yeah, I know it's not luxury, but it'll suffice until we get sorted with a bigger place. This wee space is great for one, but you're a young lady now. I've already worked it out. There's a farmhouse for 3 near the town. You can have a big room and an art studio.
I'm not staying.
Sorry, silly of me. You have to go back and get your bits and pieces. You brought a boat, but we can use the big rigger to move things you need.
Dad.
We have so much to catch up on, and I've missed you.
So come back with me.
You know why I can't do that. You'll like it here, honest.
No, I won't. It's the world's asshole, Dad. The people are weird and they're making you weird.
I know it's different to what you're used to.
No, Dad, it's not. I watched you cavort with weirdos my whole life, but at least you weren't one of them.
Look, I know you're upset, and that's justified. But you're my little girl, and I've been tearing myself apart ever since I left, and you arriving. It was like a little bit of light in the dark. You've come all the way here to find me again, Amy. It's been hard.
Oh, it's been hard. Yeah, Dad, you've had it real tough. Screw me, I guess. Enjoy your new bimbo and skiving from any consequences from your own actions.
Amy, don't.
You always say you're changing, but underneath, you're just the same.
Amy walks out and slams the door.
Amy, come on.
He runs after her.
Wait a minute.
Lockie catches up to Amy.
I've not done that in a while.
I'm not staying here.
Look, I know it's not exactly the ideal nightlife for a young woman. Just let me walk you to the dock at least, so I know you're safe.
Dad, I got here by myself and I can get home by myself. If you were so worried about my safety, you would have stuck around.
I know. Just once you've had some time to process, maybe you can think about coming back. What I did out there was unforgivable, but maybe here there might be a chance to earn your forgiveness. Please.
There's no difference between out there and here, Dad. You're still you.
Amy.
I have forgiven you, Dad. I forgave you for leaving months ago.
Thank you, Amy.
But I can't forgive you for not saying goodbye.
Ames, please.
Bye forever, Dad. Can't wait to pretend this and pretend you're still dead. Hey. At least you got to hear me say goodbye. Don't follow me.
Amy walks away without another word, leaving Lockie standing alone.
How was that? There was definitely a bit where there was a direction missing. of going into the house. But I've put that in now. Comments, questions? Amina, that made me real sad. Good job. Alan, fab as usual. Shall we rock on? There's just a short scene left. And it's pretty much Amy Town. So.
Scene 9, external, evening, dockside. You hear the pulling of an engine that fails to start.
Come on.
Pull, 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 nothing.
I know there's fuel in there. Can this day get any worse?
Oh, the magic words. It begins bucketing. Amy sighs and pulls again, and there's nothing. Amy looks around distraught in the dark, soaked to the skin. Then lights. She's saved. A van pulls up, and we hear only Amy's side of the conversation. It's muffled.
Hey. Hey. Oh, it's you. If you're sure.
Amy runs over to the car, slides open the door, and jumps in. The car drives away into the night. Friend, foe, who knows?
Cool. How was that? All good? Good job, everybody. Feedback on the episode as a whole. How do we feel?
This one is stacked. There's a lot of stuff happens in this, and I really like it.
Hooray. Cool. Anything else people want to add or say? Is it if there was anything that people felt was missing or they wish they would have seen but it wasn't in there? Chloe, you've unmuted yourself. Go off.
Oh no, I'm just ready for my whole little speech now, but I'll wait if anyone has anything important first. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna go. Okay, the way the narration builds throughout the whole thing into like a character from just the narration is so good. And oh my gosh, Alistair, these past 2 episodes, amazing, incredible. I've been so excited to hear this. Erica, I could write my goddamn dissertation on your performance in episode 7. Wow, you were absolutely incredible. That is so good. Alan, you had everything going on this episode. Whoa. Amazing. The range, it is there. Incredible. Amy is far too relatable. And Amina, I'm obsessed with you. That is fantastic. I've been so excited to hear Amy like do her thing. She is amazing. And these 2 episodes, I feel like are peak Niathi. Like, oh my gosh, she's getting there in the creepiness factor, but she's still so sweet and wonderful, and it is an absolute delight to hear. I am so sad about Matthias, and I shouldn't be. Special little boy, he's so sad, and I want to slap him and also give him a little hug. Ben, you're wonderful. The outside the shop lines, like, they're so funny. I was so excited to hear you read them because the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, this is going to be so good. This scene is amazing. You're perfect. It's great. Andromeda, still my fave. Love her. Maeve, you're brilliant. The doorstop scene with Georgie, show you're fantastic. Oh my gosh, it was so short and it made me feel everything. Andrew, I'm just delighted that you're here and I'm so excited to hear you read your lines. Naomi, you're so wonderful. This is so good. I'm having such a good time. You're so talented. Michael, I loved your Preston impression. You're all great and I'm so happy to be here. I'm done.
Chloe
Thank
coming
you,
in
Chloe.
once again to be the most wholesome person in the world. Oh my god.
She's just better than the rest of us, and that's okay.
She really is, and I'm okay with that. I accept that fully.
Yeah.
You were all great.
And she looks great in her little outfit as well. 10 out of 10.
I was actually going to say, so right, so Dean, you've a robe now. Chloe's got a robe now. A friend gifted me a robe about like 3 years ago. It's like black velvet for like, it was like a Halloween costume present type thing. I'm like, we could all be in robes by the end of this, lads.
It's happening.
I don't have a wide selection of Jedi robes or any cosplay stuff lurking anywhere.
No problems.
I could
I'm
probably
sure
find a
you'll make
dressing
it.
gown somewhere.
It's a very Ellen vibe. The Lockie thing. Okay. This
I
is
came
a cult.
for
I
Age
have
of
a
Theatre,
dressing
so
gown.
you know I have multiple robes. Like
Yeah, that's
necessary.
okay. Good job, everybody. Any last moments for feedback and comments for the productive part of this?
Just one question.
Yeah, sure.
Earlier on, I was just is Monkey a pet name for Amy?
Yeah, do we want to change it?
Yeah. When I first read it in the script,
That's cool.
it felt a little weird.
Yeah, that's cool. No worries.
Thanks.
All good. I was like, nope, that's not staying. That's gotta go. So that's cool. It's all good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sometimes there's stuff that was written like pre-casting that we're just like, that's no thank
Of
you.
course, of course.
So, anything else? Mick, do you want to say anything before we close?
No, I'm really happy with that. We'll work on our edits. We've got the next one or the last one on the 27th. So you've got 2 weeks to prep yourselves.
Cool.
Everyone is welcome. Bring your family.
No, don't bring your family.
No.
Yeah, and it's gonna be devastating. So can't wait.
I am not ready.
I'm
I
ready.
wasn't ready. I wasn't ready when I read it.
Sorry.
If
No,
you've
it's
not read,
brilliant.
if you've not read it all, Amina, definitely give it a read. It's
I will do now.
Just like
Stuff
in a
happens.
safe space with a blanket and some pictures of dogs.
Oh yeah, like 10,000 content warnings though, so maybe check with Naomi just in case there's anything specific before you read it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
it's something you want to check before you read it.
Can we get like a Discord channel to spam pet pics just for Amina?
I
if
was
she's read it?
literally thinking about that earlier today. I was like, why don't we have a pet channel?
Please.
do that.
Yes. Cool. Okay. That's the business end over. Thank you all for coming. Except Dean. So
Savagery.
He doesn't care. He's full of sugar.
Did it for the palm of violence.
wow, wow.
Not forget his Parma Violet gym.
That is it. I declare the meeting closed.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh, guys.
Thank
See you next time.
Bye.
Good job,
Bye.
everybody. Bye.